Okay, how's everybody doing? Today I have another phone for you, the Beyerdynamic T50P. It's a cool little headphone. I got it right here. This is a 32 ohm headphone, closed back design. Very small, so it's on the ear design. Sits on your ears like that. This is an interesting little headphone. This is in their Tesla series, Beyerdynamic's Tesla series. This is one of the smaller phones. It's got the leather ear pads, leather band pad here, headband pad, and then pretty much everything else is made out of a metal. The dual-sided cord, you're looking at about a 4-foot cord here. It's basically long enough to have an iPod in your pocket or an iPhone or something and reach your head with a little bit of slack so you can move around without tugging on the cable, or you can put it in a backpack or something like that. This isn't for sitting 10 feet away from the stereo. You can do that, you just have to get an extension cord. This one comes with just an 1/8 inch or 3.5 millimeter stereo plug, because this is mainly designed for using with an MP3 device or a laptop or anything like that, where you don't need an external amplifier to drive them. They are pretty efficient. They can be driven perfectly well off of an iPod, and relatively easy to drive, and pretty, to pretty high volumes. You can play them out of an iPod, and you can really crank them without them distorting. It's pretty impressive. Now. As far as comfort goes, they're quite comfortable. They sit on your ear, but they don't clamp your head very hard. My ears don't really get hot. I can sit and listen for quite a while with these. They're light enough, even though they are metal, that they feel kind of high end, I would say, with the metal on them. But they're not too heavy because it's not a lot of metal. But they're very nice. Now. They are closed back design, like you can see there. Closed back means they isolate sound really well. I mean, I've had other people listen to these, and when they have them on their ears, I can't hear what they're listening to. And vice versa. When you have them on, they block out everything else. So this is a good choice if you're a hi-fi listener and you ride the subway. It's going to block out everybody else, and they're nice looking. I don't think they're going to draw too much attention to themselves, so you might be safe to be on the subway with these. I don't know, but they are noise isolating. They isolate from the other sounds, so that's a nice feature. If you're in a noisy environment, you want to block out everything else, or if you have to be somewhere where you don't want everybody else hearing what you're listening to, it's a good headphone for that. Now, as far as sound quality goes, these things are pretty awesome. They're not what you'd expect. When you put them on, the first thing you think is, wow, where's all this detail coming from? There's stuff, you put this on and there's stuff you have never heard before, even from a high-end audio system. It's like listening into the recording session. I mean, the cuts are there when they're tracking in the studio. Every breath, every pick of a guitar string, it's all there. So if it's in the recording and you want to hear it, this is a good one to get. They are, even though they say they extend in the bass pretty low, they don't go super deep, and they're not really powerful in the bass. They're a bit light in the bass section. But so if you primarily listen to rap music, or if you're a bass head, it's probably not the headphone you want to get. If you like jazz and acoustic instruments, acoustic guitar, this is a phenomenal headphone to get. It's just incredible detail retrieval. It's like the string is being plucked right in front of you. It's pretty awesome in that respect. Now, I ragged on the the Audio-Technica does a little bit for not having bass. This isn't like that. This bass is there. It's just a bit light. It's not powerful. It's not a like subwoofer kind of driving bass, but it's super accurate, very fast. Whatever they have going on in here, just the attack on instruments is really, really quick. The only critiques I have for these are the fact that they are kind of sensitive to placement on your ears. You really kind of have to center it over your ear canal to get the full impact. Otherwise, they're going to be even a little lighter on bass. When they're centered over your ear and placed really well, that's when you're going to get the full sound stage capability of these. The other thing, and this is just a very small nitpick, I don't know if it's because they're a closed back design or because of the metal in the air chamber. I get just the slightest bit of a metallic coloration, so to speak, in these. Just under certain songs, there's a little flavor to some of the sounds. I don't. I'm pretty picky with sound, and it's not enough to make me dislike them. I still think they're the best headphones in their respective class. So I do like this quite a bit. I'm gonna hang on to these ones. But really nice little surprising headphone. It's like a studio monitor for the road, essentially. And they pack up pretty small. These ones do come with a nylon carrying case that zips open. I don't have it with me here, but it zips open and you can store these in there. So that's kind of nice. It does not come with a 1/4" adapter, so it's pretty much 1/8" plug only. You can certainly use a 1/4" adapter. It does sound, a word on that, yeah, it does sound good right out of an iPod. It sounds like it's driving it really well. I do not suggest, because it's light on bass, I don't suggest to use the EQ in the iPod to boost the bass. Not even like an acoustic mode or a jazz mode where the bass is just up a little bit of a notch. I get distortion. I can hear it pretty clearly. I mean, any change in your audio system, this will be able to resolve. So I actually hear bass distortion and kind of a muddiness when I use the EQ on the iPod with that. I just recommend just run it flat and deal with the light bass, just like it for how it is. Otherwise you're going to get distorted bass, and that's worse than light bass, so in my opinion. So I recommend just running it flat, completely flat, no EQ. Now, you want a little bit stronger bass and you're not running this mobile, or you could get one of those little amps, little pocket amp that's a bit more powerful than the iPod's out and drive the bass a little better. I still wouldn't EQ the bass though. But for home use, if you're using this at a desk or something like that at your computer and you have an external amp, plug it into that. The bass does get deeper and a bit more punchy. Highs and mids sound better as well. But this is one that sounds good right out of the iPod, right out of your laptop. So that's a great use for it too. Airplanes, subways, you're at the gym and you don't want to put earbuds in, perfect use for that. So I give these a great recommendation. These sell for around $300, so they're not cheap. But if you want, you want an upscale looking headphone that's not huge to walk around with, this is a great option to have. So, all right, I'll have some more headphone reviews coming up soon. Thanks for watching again. I'm going to be getting some more equipment in and reviewing, some more stuff for you. I don't have. I know you guys ask me all the time, oh, how does this compare to this, to this, to this, and what about this amp versus this to that? I don't know. I don't have experience with every single piece of equipment. I just don't have the time or inclination to test every single thing made. I'm flattered that you think that I might have a good opinion for you, but most of the stuff that I hear that I like, I'm going to review for you and make a video. So if there's anything I missed, though, feel free to give me a question and I'll try to get back to you on it. But thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you later.